I'm excited that I started in Boca Raton way back when sushi was just becoming popular, but I just got back here. I'm surprised that there's still California rolls and the shrimp tempura roll, which I love, but I think we're ready for some new style, and nigiri style omakase sushi, counter only, is what we want to introduce to Boca Raton. My name is David Bouhadana. I am the owner and chef here. I grew up in Boca. I went to Coral Sunset Loggers on the Spanish River. Go Sharks 04. And I started sushi here when I was 18 years old. I was a young man. Fast forward 17 years later, I've been living around the world, New York City, Japan. The unfortunate circumstances of COVID interrupted the industry pretty badly. I was looking to kind of relocate already. My family is down here. I bought a fixer-up boat, a very beaten-up boat, October before the pandemic. And my goal was to come down monthly, learn to rebuild it, and learn about boating. I was excited to move back to Florida, and I was looking to do that anyways. Long story short, my buddy and I basically got trapped on the boat, fixing it, and we lived on it for 5 months. I left New York March 1st, and then March 15th, it locked down. And I didn't want to live with my parents. Well, one, because I'm just a little older of a man now. I don't want to live with mom and dad. So long story short, I lived in a boat with my friend for 5 months, and I forgot how beautiful the sunset is. I would just watch the sunset. In New York City, Manhattan, you don't see the sunset every day. Spirit fish right off of Lighthouse Point, and we decided to make sushi, and we ate it, and it became sunset sushi was the joke. I just remember looking at the sky, and I'm like, wow, look at the cotton candy colors. Like, look at this. That was it. I was instantly hooked back into Florida and sunset sushi. I got a job at Yokohama Sushi down the street, which is still there, and my first master, which I called seafood, Chinese, was Gong Mao, and he's the one that changed my life when I was 18 years old, and he taught me sushi, and he taught me everything I had learned, and he's like my grandmaster, taught me everything, guided me so much, and I look back and I tell people, I don't love sushi, I love the art of sushi, I love the art of serving it, I love the discipline of it, and that's what draws me to sushi, and after I learned with him, I was fortunate to move to Japan and lived there for a few years and started with a new master. And full circle, I'm back in Boca Raton. Gong Mao is now retired and fishing off his boat, and I see him on the weekends. The Japanese ethic, the work ethic of Japan is very, very rigid. But I'm also lucky to have the Western mind where I'm very free to think. I want to try to make sushi for the people, and I always say that. And I think it's my duty, my sensei promised me, and I promised him that I would come here, come back, and share the knowledge, and invite everybody. The more you know about it, the more you like it. People, I am blown away that they watch me, and they say, Chef, wow. I could just be peeling a daikon or a little bit of scallions. But it's a rigorous training. That's why people say, Dave, you're like, it's like an artist. I say, close. But we're craftsmen. It's like martial arts. We just train and we practice every day. And in Japanese, we say shokunin. Shokunin means craftsman. So we're actually not called chefs. We're actually craftsmen, because sushi is a start to finish operation. And we must finish what we started. And there's a whole philosophy to how we do it. And I think that's what keeps me interested in sushi, is that rigid way of trying to be perfect, but you're never going to become perfect. Laborer. I'm not a chef, I'm not a host, a restaurateur, I'm a laborer. I get back there, I fix the sinks, cut the scallions, I make the rice, I cut the fish. I'm a manual laborer. And I think that's what helps me. And not being Japanese, but I speak Japanese, and I make Japanese food, and everyone's like, oh, it's like white man can dunk, like white boy can dunk. I'm like, shit, I'm not even white boy, but whatever you want to call me. I stick out like a sore thumb. I get it. But I'm the first one to be like, I'm the first one to really get that Japanese spirit. And I learned that from my master in Japan, and the way, you want to be the head chef, you want to be a leader, you want to be a captain, and that's what I'm really good at. At the end of the day, it's just a deconstruction in the anatomy of fish in the ocean and preserving that and giving 25 pieces of raw morsels every day without repeating. That's the challenge we face. I think it's time. South Florida is exploding with culinary experiences, and I'm happy to bring it down here. you.